Hello everybody, and welcome back to Ryan and Vabov News. First, we'd like to apologize that we haven't been able to upload in a while. We both were very busy with finals and final projects and whatnot for finishing up the semester at college, and we both had our own commitments to do afterwards as well. But thankfully, we are back now, so without further ado, let's get started with the weather forecast from Vabov.
Hello, Vibov here, and welcome back to the weather forecast for Ryan and Vibov News. First, I would like to apologize for the delay as I have personally been busy with an internship and have gone on several trips this summer. With that said, let's get straight into the forecast for the northern Delaware area and Wilmington. Starting on Sunday, conditions are expected to be partly sunny and warm, with highs reaching the upper 80s. Aside from some clouds, conditions stay quiet. Sunday brings a similar start, a mix of sun and clouds, but by the afternoon, a few showers may pop up and thunderstorms become more likely that night. Heading into Monday, expect a wetter day overall, with showers and storms around and highs in the mid-80s. Tuesday keeps that unsettled pattern going, with mostly cloudy skies and another round of afternoon showers likely as temperatures hold in the mid-80s. By Wednesday, we get a bit of a break. Skies turn partly sunny again, though a stray shower can't be ruled out, and highs reach the mid-80s. Thursday looks warm and a bit more active, with scattered showers and thunderstorms returning and highs pushing into the upper 80s. And by next Friday, we stay in that warm, humid pattern with partly sunny skies and another chance for showers or storms, with highs again in the upper 80s. So overall, a warm weekend with storms developing Sunday night, a wet start to the week, and then a mix of sun and scattered storms through Thursday and Friday. Thank you for tuning in, and let's go to Ryan now.
Hey everybody. Normally this part of the broadcast would contain some architecture news, but this episode we have a special Japan news segment. Part of the reason why we have been able to upload Ryan for Ball News in a while was because I took a 3-week graduation trip to Japan, where I visited many cities and towns and met up with some Japanese friends. It overall was a fantastic trip, and I had a lot of fun. As someone that has been learning Japanese, it was also a great chance for me to practice it in Japan. I started learning Japanese almost 3 years ago through mostly self-studying and also taking a few classes at university alongside my main classes, which were computer science ones since my major was computer science. And I also joined various programs at my university, which allowed me to meet and become friends with many Japanese exchange students. Some of these friendships were truly special, and it was great to reunite with them in Japan. I also enjoyed exploring the country, visiting not only the popular tourist spots, but also exploring all kinds of neighborhoods and cities and towns of all sizes to see what normal Japanese life is like. For this segment, there are 2 things Japanese related that I would like to cover. This includes Tokyo's future tallest building, currently under construction, given that normally this would be the architecture news segment, so I figured I would include an architecture thing here, and also the recent magnitude 7.1 earthquake that occurred in Kumamoto. Starting with the first part, in Tokyo, Japan's largest city, a new skyscraper is currently under construction that is set to become the tallest building in Japan. The building will be called the Tokyo Torch Tower and will rise 1,263 feet or 385 meters tall and contain 62 floors of mixed-use space. While it's not anywhere near one of the tallest buildings in the world, it will actually become the largest skyscraper in the world by interior floor area, containing a whopping 542,000 square meters of floor space. The building, like many other Tokyo skyscrapers, will also be designed to survive major earthquakes and is set to be complete in 2028. Here's a picture that I took of it under construction when I was in Tokyo last month. Second, I'd like to discuss the recent earthquake that happened in Kumamoto. On July 28, 2026, a major earthquake struck Kumamoto Prefecture on Japan's Kyushu Island, registering a magnitude of 7.1. While Japanese building codes are generally among the best in the world for earthquake safety, the disaster still managed to cause widespread destruction, including a deadly explosion at one of the Aeon malls and severe infrastructure damage. The current death toll is 34, with dozens more injured. I wanted to bring up this incident because I know some Japanese friends that live in Fukuoka, a nearby city that also experienced some shaking. When I asked them if they were okay, they said that the shaking they experienced was quite scary, as Fukuoka typically doesn't experience major earthquakes as frequently compared to the other Japanese cities like Tokyo, due to its location in Japan being a bit further away from the Ring of Fire. That being said, the earthquake here was a reminder that even places further away from the ring of fire can still experience sizable earthquakes, and it's best to always be prepared. So if you live in an area in or near a seismic zone, make sure you stay informed with your area's procedures, have an emergency kit ready, and know your evacuation route. Thanks for listening, stay safe, and now let's turn to Vyborg to see what political news has happened recently.
Thank you, Ryan, and welcome back to the political segment of Ryan and Vyborg News. Here, I'll be providing a brief rundown of the world's major political events since when we last aired, so let's get straight into it. Starting in the United States, the Supreme Court issued several major decisions in late June, such as upholding birthright citizenship and striking down President Trump's unilateral tariff program. In Congress, Senator Lindsey Graham from South Carolina has died from an aortic dissection on July 11th, while Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell from Kentucky was hospitalized shortly afterward on the 14th, leaving Republicans temporarily shorthanded as midterm primaries continue across the country, most crucially in states like California, Iowa, Georgia, and Arizona, with both parties navigating internal divisions and shifting voter priorities ahead of November. Meanwhile, in Latin America, Abelardo de la Espriella won the certified presidential runoff in the country of Colombia on June 21st, defeating Ivan Cepeda and ending years of left-leaning leadership in Bogota. De la Espriella campaigned on a hardline security agenda, promising tougher action against organized crime and a major overhaul of Colombia's justice system. His victory marks a significant political shift in one of Latin America's most influential democracies. He is to be inaugurated next week. Heading over to Europe, in the UK, Keir Starmer resigned as Prime Minister on June 22nd following mounting internal pressure and fractures within the Labour Party. His departure triggered a rapid leadership shift, culminating in Andy Burnham being sworn in as the new Prime Minister a month later on July 20th after his decisive victory in the Makerfield by-election merely 4 days before Starmer announced his resignation. Burnham's arrival at number 10 marks a significant change in Labour's direction, with his leadership seen as a move towards a more regionally focused, working-class-driven agenda. In the ongoing Russo-Ukrainian war, Kyiv has continued its campaign of long-range strikes, including new attacks on Russian military targets in Crimea. The conflict also showed signs of spilling into the Iranian front after Ukraine repeatedly struck an Iranian vessel in the Caspian Sea, raising concerns about cross-theater escalation. In Asia, massive student protests erupted nationwide in India over allegations of exam mismanagement, corruption, and unfair admissions practices. Demonstrations spread across major universities, with sit-ins, campus marches, and class boycotts drawing tens of thousands of students. The unrest quickly became a national political crisis, and after weeks of mounting pressure, India's Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan resigned on July 25th. The episode has sparked a broader debate over academic integrity and government oversight of the country's testing system. And amidst the ongoing war in Iran through June and July, the conflict has remained tense but contained. Iran paused peace talks and has once again threatened to block the Strait of Hormuz, while the U.S. maintains its naval blockade. Recent Saudi airstrikes in Iraq suggest Saudi Arabia may now be entering the conflict, while Gulf states like Qatar, the UAE, and Iraq itself are actively seeking to bypass their oil and gas exports from the strait using pipelines. Missile and drone exchanges continue at lower intensity and diplomacy remains stalled. That's all for the major political developments that have happened. We will continue tracking these developments as they evolve. As always, stay safe and stay informed. And now back to you, Ryan.
It is now time for a 10-second trivia. What is the busiest train station in the world? Is it A, Tokyo Station, B, Shibuya Station, C, Shinjuku Station, or D, Osaka Umeda Station? You have 10 seconds to answer. If you said C, Shinjuku Station, you are correct. Shinjuku Station is one of the largest stations in Tokyo, serving the Shinjuku Central Business District along with some nearby popular nightlife neighborhoods like Kabukicho. Shinjuku Station sees over 3 million passengers pass through it every single day, making it by far the busiest train station in the world. But wait, a fun fact. All 4 stations on this list are actually the top 4 busiest train stations in the world, and all of them are located in Japan. Tokyo Station, Shibuya Station, and Shinjuku Station are all located in Tokyo, and Osaka Umeda Station is obviously located in Osaka. As Japan is a country that has largely built itself around rail transportation, it is no surprise that Japan dominates the list of world's busiest train stations. Anyway, guys, we have reached the end of today's broadcast. Thank you very much for watching. As always, if you enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like, comment your thoughts down below, and be sure to subscribe and ring the notification bell so you can stay up to date on when we release our next episode. Thanks for watching once again, and we'll see you next time.